Audio check, check. All right, good Sunday afternoon, yabba dabba doo, sports fans. Farmington Hills Ice Arena, Farmington Hills, Michigan, just west of Detroit Rock City. Game 2 between your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects, Traveling Blacks. These uniforms smell by now. And these pizzas, home whites, the pizzas were late. They must have been out delivering, trying to make money to buy new skates. But they're here now. Final pizza deliveries made, and they're on the ice ready to go. 2:45 warm-up clock. I will be back, and Lindsay, or Mac, that better be you typing, not your dad. He's supposed to be driving. I'll be back at 2:30 for puck drop. 2:30 left on the warm-up clock, not 2:30 on the wall clock. All right, we're going to skate out here for puck drop. Jem Mikowski's going to take the pipes to my right. We've got Desai, Marshall, Taylor, Pilarski, and Claherty coming out for puck drop here. Jeff's mixed up the lines for this game, trying to get a spark. We'll see what happens. And they chip it ahead. There come the pizzas up the far side. They chip it up into the selects bench, and we're going to get our first stoppage with 14:52 to go, first period. We'll bring it back to neutral, do it again. They could have easily gone to the far dot in front of the selects bench. but they didn't. And there we go. Clardy tried to jump it, couldn't. Desai comes through with it. Desai over to the far wall. She chips it ahead. Pizzas pick it up there, try to chip it back. It's stuck. Nobody could find it. Now it comes to the blue line. Clardy picks it up, retreats, comes back along the wall. They level her into the wall. No call. It's going to be that kind of game. And this one's going to come down here. Marshall's going to leave it for Desai. Desai turns it over. And Pilarski's going to chip it lower. Desai back to Pilarski. Pilarski up for Taylor. Into the corner. They're going to beat bang back there. Pilarski is going to pull her stick out of her hands. And now Marshall turns it over to a pizza. Clardy boards that pizza into the wall, knocks her down. And comes around to Desai. Desai up to Taylor. Taylor across for Pilarski. Pilarski lost it, left it for Taylor. Now it comes back up to Pilarski. And they lose it and comes back the other way. A little sloppy early, Desai. Cross for Marshall. Marshall up for Clardy, too far. Pizzas pick it up there, send it back in, and off Marshall. They're going to pick it up, send it around. Desai's going to have to catch up to it there. She does, sends it up to Makasenka. Here comes Makasenka up the near wall. Makasenka cuts it to the center, goes out to the corner, loses the puck. Here come the Pizzas back the other way. Zivkovic steps in front of that pizza. Kiesel will chase it down. Take it behind Jamelkowski. Kiesel up the far side, now into the middle. Kiesel chips it, can't quite knock it out. Now she'll recover, and she will knock it out. She'll send it all the way down, and that will be an icing. 13-11. First period. We'll come back here for the ice after the icing. Go to the far corner. Klein, King, Makasenka, Zivy, and Kiesel. Speaking of Kiesel, there he is. As Klein's going to take this draw. Stripes directing traffic behind. Taking his good old time. He's finally ready, and there we go. Into the corner, Kiesel. Kiesel stops, turns, throws it up the wall to Kinger. Kinger can't throw it out. And Kiesel bodying that player into the wall. Here comes Klein with it. Klein stops, turns, hits the reverse. Klein, heavy pressure behind the net. Off the back of the net now. Zivkovic battling, Klein battling. They throw it around behind. Kiesel's going to get there first. Kiesel up the wall. Not out. Turns it over. High slot. Shot. Knocked down by Klein. Here comes Makasenka. Makasenka up to Klein. Klein can't handle it. King overskates it. Here come the Pizzas back the other way. They poke it ahead and get a shot off. Jamelkowski's going to glove that one. And we're going to get a stoppage with 12:28. We'll come to the near circle. Jamelkowski hands the puck to Stripes. Dahl and that should be Schuler out here now with Salatrick, Detling, and Mrazek. This one comes over to the near wall. Cut off by Salatrick. Salatrick chips it ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek up the far wall. Mrazek with Salatrick breaking. She chips it around, going to chase it in behind. Mrazek stops, hits the reverse, goes up the wall, loses it to a pizza. Here they come back the other way. They chip it by Schuler. Schuler bodies that player, turns, picks up the puck. And now they're going to send it back through the goal mouth over to Detling. Detling picks it up. Detling banks it up off the wall to Mrazek. Mrazek struggles with it, leaves it for Dahl. Dahl up the near wall. Dahl around one into the corner. She's getting hooked. She can't get her stick down in time to get the puck, and now a pizza will pick it up there. Mrazek and Detling go to work, knock that pizza down. This pizza sends it up the wall where Dahl's going to pick it up. Dahl with some room. Can't get a shot off in time. Managed to get one off then, and it got blocker saved over to the near corner. Dahl throws it deeper again. Salatrick back there. Salatrick cuts it off. Tried to throw it in front, went off the side of the goal mouth. And up and a bounce, and it's going to call that no icing on a tip. And Schuler's going to go pick it up in the corner. Schuler up and around. Schuler stops, throws it across for Dahl. Dahl knocks it out of the zone. That pizza heavy pressure there. Pilarski, they send it back the other way where Schuler picks it up, sent it up for Salatrick, too far. They wave that off, and the Pizzas pick it up in front of their own net. And here they come, Clardy. Clardy picks it up. Clardy waits for Taylor to clear, and she didn't, and that is offsides. 10:56. We'll bring it back to the dot in front of the pizza bench. Yeah, the pizzas were late. They must have been out delivering pizzas trying to earn money for new skates. They were a little late getting on the ice as they draw this one back. Marshall. Marshall stops, turns. Throws it across to Desai. Desai looking up, going to skate it. Stops, turns. Desai stops, turns again. And now it's going to come back to neutral where Pilarski steps through it. The Pizzas send it across, and they send it in deep. And Jamalkowski directs that into the near corner where Desai sends it up the wall for Taylor. Taylor sends it back too far for Claherty. Claherty's going to skate in on it. Claherty comes across. Claherty takes it in and finds the back of the net. She picked it up coming down the near wall and beat the goalie and then ended up on top of her. And it's 1-0 Steel City. Claherty comes down the near side. It was a busted play. She picked it up at the last second and found the back of the net. And just like that, it's 1-0. With 10:21 to go, first period. So we will bring it back to neutral here for a draw. Stripes is ready. Our girls are still celebrating the early goal by Claherty as Pilarski pushes it forward. Now the Pizzas send it up into the Steel City bench. And we're going to get a stoppage for that one. Going to come back to the dot in front of the pizza bench. And get a draw there. Taylor, Claherty, Pilarski, Zivy, and Kiesel. As Pilarski pushes it forward. Taylor can't get a stick in there. Zivkovic kicked it in, and that's going to be offsides. As we'll come back here to the dot, the near dot, for this draw. There's the draw, and it comes back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic chips it up to Claherty, can't get a stick on it. Zivkovic again, over to Kiesel. Kiesel chips it up, gets it into Claherty. Claherty chips it to Pilarski. They chip it back. Now Kiesel throws it in front. It's loose. Bouncing puck. Nobody could get the rebound. Taylor throws it off a Pizza's leg. Taylor follows it up, sends it out to the point to Kiesel. Kiesel with room. Kiesel rips it. Goalie hit that one into the near corner. Zivkovic throws it deeper. And the Pizzas are going to be content. Oh, they're going to wave that off. They're going to say Kiesel could have tipped that, which I'm not sure I understand. And now Kiesel's going to whip it up. Pizzas are going to pick it up. Here comes Claherty. Pilarski waits on sides. Pilarski takes it. She gets shouldered off the puck. Claherty and Pilarski, they push it deeper. Pilarski behind the net. Pilarski skates with it. Throws it out front for Taylor. Taylor can't do anything with it. Throws it into the corner. Pilarski recovers. Can't get the shot off. Loose. Claherty chases it to the near wall. Claherty skating across with it instead of dropping it to the point. Lost it at the blue line. She throws it back the other way, right to a Pizza. They're going to throw it deep, and Dahl is going to have to go chase it down in the near corner with 9 minutes to go. Dahl up the near wall. Nobody there but a Pizza. They're going to throw it from there. It's high stick on the puck on Pilarski. The Stripes didn't see it. And now the Pizzas are going to center. It's going to get cut off by Pilarski into the end wall. Pilarski head first into the wall. She looks to be all right. Claherty on one knee throws it around behind to the far corner. And now it comes in around behind where Dahl's going to need to pick it up. She does, but a Pizza steps in front of her. They're beating, they're banging, they're battling. Dahl comes out of there with it again. Dahl hits the reverse right into a Pizza. There's two of them there. Pizza falls down on top of the puck, and now they throw it back the other way. This will go all the way down, and that will be an icing. 8:14 will come back this way for a draw. I think Lindsay and Mac are in the same car typing on YouTube together. At least I hope that's Mac. It better not be Jeff. He's supposed to be driving. Lindsay, how'd you guys do in your game? We didn't get to see it. We were having lunch. As this comes in front, Marshall throws it up and out, and that's going to be offsides. So now Marshall throws it up to Makasenka. Makasenka dances around one, stops, throws it deeper. Odd bounce off the back of the net. Loose in front. They're beating the bang, and they're throwing. Klein out there. You know she's going to go hard. Put it in behind the net. The Pizzas pick it up there. And now they send it across. We had a Pizza fall down on the near wall. No one there. They try to skate around Marshall. Jamalkowski's going to knock that to the near corner. And now Desai is going to send it around back for Marshall. Marshall up for Makasenka. Makasenka with 2 to beat. Makasenka coming down the near wall, skating hard, stops, turns, gets boarded, loses the puck, and the Pizzas are there to pick it up. Makasenka holding her on against 2, and Klein comes to help. Lindsay said not the result they wanted, which means likely a loss, and hopefully she doesn't owe Frank money. Desai with a shot from the point, high over everything. A little high on that one. We got to bring that one down about 2 feet. And this one's going to come around to the near wall Pizzas. They flip it up, almost hit the other Pizza in the head. That's going to go all the way down. It's going to roll oddly, and they wave off the icing as Jamelkowski leaves it for Marshall. Marshall up, too far for Klein. Pizzas pick it up, come back the other way. Marshall skates over. Marshall's going to ride that Pizza into the wall. And they're going to beat bang. Klein will join. Klein's going to hold on to the puck. Klein still banging with a Pizza. Pizza comes out of there with it. High slot shot. Never got it off. Blocked by, I believe, Desai. And then Kinger's going to gain the red line dump. Get a wholesale change here. I see Detling. I see Mrazek. I see Herbst. I see Kiesel and Zivy. Zivy throws it towards the net. Bouncing puck. Mrazek throws it into the corner. That bouncing puck to the net. Oh, Detling. Oh, Detling just got leveled into the wall. They're not calling anything this game. And that was retaliation for the first hit. Now we're going to get something here. Let's see what we're going to get here. We're going to get a high stick. And it's going to be on Detling. So we're going to go down a man. Well, maybe not. It's going to be on them. So we're going to go on. Oh, the clock. I got the clock all messed up here. I don't know what's going on. No, I can't be right. They messed the clock up. It should be 6:05. There's no way I'm off 5 minutes. Wicked slap shot, saving the clock operator here as he screwed up the time. So we saved him here at Wicked slap shot. We're going to go on the Powerball power play, and Pilarski's going to take this draw. Out to the point to Marshall. Marshall can't hold the point. She has to turn. She was looking for the pass. Now we got heavy pressure, and Klein's going to come take it. Klein's going to have to turn on the speed here. Klein, heavy pressure. Klein back to Marshall. This Pizza team's going to play aggressive. I can tell already just the way they've come out this first period. They've determined to play aggressive. They're after Marshall, too, after the last game. Clardy leaves it for Kinger. Kinger throws it in the corner. Every time you go in these corners, you just know there's going to be something going on. They're just playing really aggressive right now. That's Klein. Klein leaves it in the corner. Klein throws it across and out. Marshall has to wait for the zone to clear. They're just not letting him in. Klein can't handle the pass, and the Pizzas are going to throw it deeper. All the way around the backside, and Marshall Uno reverses it over to Klein, and they're finally going to back off a little bit. They are playing very aggressive. Klein up too far for Pilarski, and that's going to be an icing. 5:06. We got 31 seconds left on the penalty. We have not had a prayer getting it into the zone, and apparently Lindsay owes Frank money. So Frank made out this weekend on the penalty bets with Lindsay. I'll tell you that story in the next break as we get a draw here in the near circle. Taylor Leaves it for Detling. Detling comes out of there with it. Detling up the near wall. Detling chips it, follows, shoves, still kicking at it. This one comes back out. Kiesel can't hold. Kiesel sends it across for Dull. Kiesel and Dull reunited in the backyard on the power play, and it feels so good over to Kiesel from Taylor. Now Dull's going to pick it up center ice. Dull stops, throws it over to Detling. Detling too far off the wall. Detling throws it in front. Goaltender pushes it to the far side. That's going to do it for the penalty. We're going to be back at even strength as Kiesel. Oh, Detling got leveled in front of the net. No call there. She's a little slow to get up. You know she was giving it if she got it back. And now they're going to come back. She's holding her wrist funny. Keep an eye on that as time goes on. And she had some surgery on that wrist last year. As they chip it ahead, Kiesel kicks it. Klein comes across the blue line and into the zone. Klein stops. Klein missed to the near side, goes into the goalie. And I'm sure there's going to be action for that as Makasenka has it behind the net. Makasenka lost it to a Pizza. Pizza's throw it up. And Kiesel sends it in and Salatrik's offside. So there's a joke there about pizza and throw up, particularly Little Caesars. It's not the greatest pizza if you've ever had it. It's kind of bland. And we're going to come here to this dot. So now Klein's going to step in and take this draw. Marshall, Salatrik, Desai, and Kinger. And Stripes taking his good old time. There's the draw. Into the corner. Salatrik can't hold it. Now she picks it up out of there. Salatrik throws it through the goal mouth, almost off a Pizza into the net. Marshall skates up, tries to hold it, can't. And Desai's going to loop back and pick it up. Desai sends it up to Salatrik, too far. Klein's going to pick it up. Here comes Klein. Klein gets through. Klein can't score. Klein throws it back in front again. Can't get it there. Got in too deep. Kinger throws it out to the point. Desai. Desai throws it back to King, too far. In behind the net as Klein's going to head off here. Salatrik's going to hold it on the wall there. And Pizza's going to pick it up, send it back to the point where Marshall's going to pick it up, throw it, missed everything near side. Kinger should get there first. Kinger around back for Pilarski. Pilarski gets her stick lifted, pulled down, gets it out to Desai. Desai across to Marshall. Marshall with room, throws a shot, hits somebody in front. Puck's still loose, comes out to Desai. Throw it again, over to Marshall. Marshall, throw it again. Marshall throws it, misses everything near far side. Salatrik throws it low to Pilarski. Pilarski battling over there. Oh, Pilarski's going to get pushed. Pilarski's going to go here. Pilarski's going to go here on likely a rough. Pilarski's going to go sit on a rough, and we're going to get a Little Caesars power play with 2:36 to go. We're going to get a power play for the Little Caesars Pizzas. We'll get that power play set up on the board with 2:36 to go, first period. And looks like Klein, Zivkovic, Kiesel, and I can't see who the other one is. Mrazek out here to kill this off. They're battling in the corner, the Pizzas are. Kiesel steps in. Kiesel bodying that player off the puck. Zivkovic up and out. All the way back down. The Pizzas are chasing it down the far wall. Pizzas over to the near wall. Mrazek steps in, beating and banging on the puck, beating and banging on the player. Klein comes over. Klein to Zivkovic, Zivkovic to Kiesel. Kiesel all the way down off of a Pizza. It's going to be a high stick on the puck as the Pizzas touch it up. And it's going to come back the other way. Oh, no, it's a high stick on the puck. It's not coming back the other way. It's a high stick on the puck, so it's going to come here. Klein's going to take this draw. This one will go into the near corner. Pizza's chip it around. Zivkovic back to Kiesel. Kiesel throw it deep, and that's exactly what she's going to do. Pizza's send it in behind their own goaltender. And Mrazek with pressure. Pizza's up the far wall. 34 seconds to go in the penalty. Here come the Pizzas through neutral. They chip it into the corner. They skate around Zivkovic, pick it up there. Up the near wall as Kiesel bodies a player. Now Klein. Klein pushes it out in the direction of Mrazek. Mrazek's got to go do some work. Can't. Pizza send it lower. Zivkovic battling. Zivkovic with the puck. Battling, trying to get that puck out. Jamalkowski with a big save. And Zivkovic and a Pizza battling in the far circle. So we should be going to the far circle for this draw. I see Dull and Schuler joining the ice. And here comes Taylor and Herbst. No, Clawherty. My bad. Taylor and Clawherty come out. Minute 12, 6 seconds to go in the power play. Out to the far point. Shot from there, high up over everything. Got tipped. And Dahl is going to tie it up in the corner. Penalty over. Pilarski on the ice. And the Pizzas have it near as Clawherty chips it over to the far post and out. And now they skate up Pilarski. Now they skate by Pilarski.
Attack!
I think the audio should be back. I'm going to check here on the QA phone. I definitely lost audio there for a second. The audio should be back. This one goes over to the far, now in behind Jamalkowski. We're coming back up the near wall here as Dahl skates it up the wall. Leaves it for Pilarski, throws it in behind the goaltender, and that is the end of the first period. And I'm as I hear good copy in the chat, I am convinced that's Schilling typing while he's driving, which is infinitely dangerous, Jeffrey. Please be careful. So that's one. It's 1-0 Steel City on a goal by Clawherty. I'll be back, period number 2. All right, they're coming out, period 2. Marshall, Makasenka, King, Klein, Desai. And there they go. Makasenka had the opportunity to jump it, couldn't handle the puck, and here comes up the near wall. Makasenka holds, and now the Pizza send it out and across. They get around Desai. Marshall steps in front of that player and takes the puck away. Marshall hides away from that hit, and now Desai picks it up, sends it up the wall, but not out as this one bounces all the way in on Jamalkowski. Oh, she's going to go in there and pick it up, and Desai knocked the player down in front of Jamalkowski. She skated in on her, no call. So we'll see what, if anything, unfolds there. Over to the far wall. These Detroit fans are yelling at their players. And Stripes is over talking to Tindy, probably telling them to calm down. And tell them to calm our girls down. Desai around the backside. Up for Kinger. Kinger can't get it out. Desai battling with a Pizza in center ice. as Klein fell down chasing it. Pizzas all the way across to the far wall. Makasenka up to King. King can't handle it. That goes back the other way. They wave off the icing. Desai around back for Marshall. Marshall whacks at it. Can't send it very far. Klein back around for Marshall. Marshall's going to pick it up there, come up the far wall with it. Marshall still skating. Chips it around and going to chase it. Marshall end-to-end here with it. Centered. Out front to Kinger. Kinger off the goaltender. Marshall. Makasenka out front. Makasenka off the goaltender. And here come the Pizzas. Zivkovic back at center. Zivkovic across to Makasenka. Makasenka up to Kinger. Kinger with Klein. Klein asked for it. Couldn't handle a bouncing pass. And here comes Klein. Klein skating across. Throws it off a Pizza. Makasenka backhands it deep. And King and Makasenka are going to head to the bench. Now we get Claherty joining Klein. We're short one more. Klein goes off. Here comes Pilarski. We are still short a player here as we get a whistle. Why are we only playing with 4? Now Taylor jumps out and gets us back. So Steph Moon wants to know about the Vitodian money situation. I'm not going to have time now. I'll get to it the next break. I promise you. I promise I'll get it next break. I'm off 10 seconds somehow. Pilarski drops it back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic sends it deeper to Pilarski. Pilarski kicking at it. A Pizza pushes her off. Pilarski wrestles it back, and the Pizza picks it up, takes it up the far wall. They send it back into the center, and the Pizza's going to pick it up here, send it across, where it gets picked up and chipped in deeper. It's loose in front. Jamalkowski with 2 big saves. Another save. They're in front. They're leveling a Pizza in front of the net. They are absolutely leveling a Pizza who is going after Jamalkowski. Our girls are not going to put up with this in front of the net. They're going after Jamalkowski, and our girls are knocking them down. And you play this way, it's going to come back your way. So we're going to see. While Stripes figures this out, the Vitodian money situation, what had happened last season as we got closer and closer to nationals, we needed Lindsay on the ice more than we needed her in the box. And we're getting a cross-checking penalty here on the selects. So we needed Vitodian on the ice more than in the box. So I started paying her $5 a game to stay out of the box. Every game there was no penalty, I would give her $5 and kept her out of the box towards the end of the year. Apparently now Frank's turned it into every time she gets a penalty, she owes Frank $5. So not sure what's going on now. Tindy just called the girls over. I think he told them to knock it off. Claherty hit the box. We're cross-checking with 12:34 to go. So we've got a penalty for a minute and a half here. And Little Caesars are going to go on the power play as Claherty's going to sit for a cross-check. And now Klein's gotten thrown out of the face-off zone, so Mrazek takes it. Everybody overskates it. Pizza's out to the near point. Shot from there. Knocked down by Kiesel. Hit up high. It looked like it was either a mask or a side of the head, but either way, it's off. She's fine. And now the Pizzas have it. They send it around behind with the Uno reverse card. We've got Pizzas in the corner now up to the point. Now beat down deeper into the corner. Trying to sneak into that box is Kiesel's body in a Pizza. Now it comes up the wall. Klein's going to body, and now they're going to send it deeper. In the near circle. Shot through the goal mouth. Tried to hit her streaking. Didn't work. Over to the far side. Pizza's deeper. In behind Jamalkowski. Kiesel's going to get there. Kiesel with authority all the way down. Good clear by Grace there as the Pizzas are going to pick it up behind their goaltender halfway through the penalty time. Klein tipped that one. Now Mrazek tips it. Mrazek trying to turn. Can't. She does manage to turn. Get it to the red line. They dump it deeper. And now Kiesel's going to have to do it again. Kiesel cannot get it out this time as Klein pushes a player off the puck. And we're getting a hand pass. We're going to get a hand pass here. Not sure on who. And this one's going to come. This one's going to come to the dot to Jamalkowski's right, the left on your screen. So two Stripes are talking to each other. I'm not sure that hand pass made a lot of sense, but nonetheless, he called it. 26 seconds to go in the penalty. Pizza's back to the near point. Sent it down the near wall. They got room. They shot. Jamalkowski knocks that to the corner. That's Schuler pushing it up the wall. Schuler, King, Pilarski, and Dahl out here now. This one gets up to the high slot. They take it over to the far point now. They stop, they turn, they throw it deeper. In around behind Jamelkowski, Dahl getting bodied off the puck, getting pushed down out to the near point. They skate to the high slot, shot. That one knocked down by Pilarski. Penalty over. Dahl can't get her stick free of a pizza. This one goes around the backside as Schuler gets tackled back there. No call. This one's going to come up the near wall. No, the pizza's taken away. They put it in front. Kinger's going to be happy to ice it. And that's what that's going to be. We'll get a whistle and we'll come back down here. Looks like they're going to stay. Taylor, King, Pilarski, Schuler, and Dahl. Staying out here, 10:47 to go, second period. Another draw. Pilarski draws it back to Schuler. Schuler pushes a player out of the way. Dahl hits the Uno reverse. Dahl dangerously close to Jamelkowski. She's going to send it, and that's going to be icing again, which I'm not sure I understand why we continue to do that, but nonetheless they do, and we're going to come back down here to this circle again for another draw. So Marshall's going to take Marshall with Desai, Makasenka, King, and Klein. Klein's going to take this draw, puts it back to Marshall. Marshall around behind the net. Marshall chips it off the wall to herself, taking heavy pressure from a pizza. There she's going to battle back. Klein's going to come out of there with it. Klein getting hooked. Klein loses the puck, but chips it up the wall to King. King stopped. Tried to put it up to Klein. Pizza sent it back the other way. And this one's going to be in behind. Marshall up the wall to King. King can't chip it out. They chip it lower, up off the glass. Pizza's battling in the corner. Kinger and Klein are there. Chip it down the wall, in around behind Jamelkowski. Marshall stops, turns, sends it back for Desai. Desai up to King. Red line dumps, chase it around behind the goaltender where the Pizzas are going to get there first. They send it around. And this one comes to the point to Desai. Desai throws it in to the far corner where Kinger's going to go battle for it. King skates out of there with it, overskates it. They come back to the point. Marshall across for Desai. Desai up for Klein. Klein with some space. Klein around one. Klein in on another one. Can't get the shot off as she goes to the wall. Klein throws it through the goal mouth with authority, and it comes all the way back. Marshall stops, turns all the way across to Desai. Dangerous pass, but it got there. Desai up the far wall with room. Desai rips a shot off. Goaltender with the save. Dropped it. Caught us in the change. Marshall rips another shot. Gets tipped into the far corner. Mrazek Detling now out here with Salatrick. Detling skates low. Puts it in front. Mrazek couldn't get a stick on it. Mrazek still battling. Mrazek getting pushed off the puck. Salatrick going to come join. Sends it around the backside. You know Detling's going to go battle. Detling and a pizza battling. Detling knocks her down. And Zivkovic's going to skate over. Zivkovic chips it to a pizza. And out it comes. Here comes Zivkovic to Marshall. Marshall up to Detling. Too far. This goes in behind. Saltrick going to go battle. And then comes all the way around. And they poke it. No, Zivkovic held it. She gets knocked down. Now they poke it out. Saltrick picks it up. Heavy pressure, and Saltrick loses it. And they dump it into the near corner. Kiesel sends it up for Detling. Detling with space. Detling gets a shot off under heavy pressure. Missed to the far side. Mrazek whacks it. Goes up and over and out with 7:59. So we're going to get a draw on the far corner, 7:59. Pilarski, Clawherty, Taylor, Kiesel, and Zivkovic. I owe you a couple of seconds here. I'll get it for you right now. They kick it off the dot, and I'm back in sync. Out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic chips it in front. Taylor got a stick on it, tipped it. Goalie made the save. Taylor tried to put it around back for Pilarski, couldn't. Clawherty steps up. Clawherty and Taylor battling in the corner. Clawherty. Taylor ducks, and this one comes out. Kiesel Kiesel cheats up in front to Pilarski. Pilarski stops, turns, throws it, misses everything near side. Pizzas throw it around to the far side. Pilarski gets there first. Overskates it. Now the Pizzas pick it up, come back the other way. Kiesel's going to go chase this down. She comes across the zone with it. Tries to put it up for Pilarski. Lost it to a Pizza. Here they come on the near point. Now on the near side. Center. Missed everything near side. Over to the far side. Out to the far point. Shot from the far point. Knocked down by Claherty. Zivkovic up to Taylor. Taylor leaves it for Claherty. Claherty bulldozes her way into the zone. And should have been an interference penalty, quite frankly, but didn't call it. And now Claherty's coming to pay back. Thankfully she didn't. As Schuler stops, turns, throws it back the other way. Pilarski couldn't knock it out. It goes up into the netting. And we'll get a stoppage with 6:44. Come back. We'll see where they bring this one. I can see this coming out or staying in. I don't know who tipped it. They're going to leave it in. So they're going to leave it to Jamelkowski's right, left on your screen. And bring it back to this dot with 6:44. Klein. Klein takes the draw, sends it back to Schuler. Schuler around back. Schuler, heavy pressure, hits the reverse card, but no, it goes up the wall to Dull. Dull to Klein, too far. They send it back the other way, but they're going to be offsides, and now they chip it out to Makasenka too far. Makasenka can't handle it. Dull back to Kinger. Kinger chips it in. Kinger gets knocked down. This one comes up. They chip it by Dull as Klein goes up. Klein picks it up. Klein chips it. Klein gets pulled down, no call. Pizzas tip it back. Schuler stops, turns, throws it. Too far for Makasenka. In behind. Kinger's going to go to work. They send it around where Klein picks it up. Klein bodies that player off the puck with good strength. Now here come the Pizzas. 2-on-1 with Schuler. They get a shot off. Jamelkowski puts that to the near side. Dahl picks it up behind the net. Dahl gets bodied off the puck. Dahl dangerously through the goal mouth. Makasenka gets leveled. Loose in front. And now here comes Kinger. Kinger throws it back towards Stripes. And Klein gets stood up at the blue line. Now it goes down in behind the net. Schuler around for King. King let it go, and it stayed in as it goes around behind for Dull. They battle on the wall with 5:15 to go. Dull falls down. Klein's in there. Pizzas come out. Klein falls down. Dull battling with a couple of Pizzas. Now Klein comes out of there with it. Klein sends it back around to Dull. Dull up for Makasenka. She was waiting for it, and it was just never going to get there. There were too many defenders in the way. As now they send it up ahead, and because that Pizza tipped it, there's no icing. And here come the Pizzas. They chip it off the wall. And Marshall swiping at it. Marshall and Mrazek converge. Now Marshall's going to stop, turn, pick it up. Marshall doesn't get a lot on it, but gets it out. And here comes Mrazek with Detling. Mrazek can't get it over to her. Got in way too deep and threw it in front of the net. Ended up behind. And now Taylor's going to battle it. No, that's Herbst going to battle in the corner. All the way around to Desai. Desai throws it deeper. Pizzas throw it around to the near corner with 4:08 to go. They're battling over there. That Pizza fell down on her own. Marshall holds the point. Mrazek sends it deeper as she gets bodied. Now in behind Detling. You know Detling wants to body somebody. Detling out front, loose out front. Marshall cheats in. Marshall cranks one, brained the goalie, and it goes over into the near point. Marshall brained the goalie on that one. Desai with room. Desai throws it in front. It was loose. Herbst back in front again, and Mrazek couldn't handle the puck. Back in front for a third time. Detling's got her hands up in somebody's face. Back in front again. Detling. They're battling in front, and Detling's going to get called. Detling's getting called for the rough. She was beating her up in front of the net, and I knew it was going to happen eventually, and they finally got her. So Detling's going to sit for the rough. And they were battling in front of the net. Stripes let him battle right up until he didn't. And Brooks the guilty party. And standing here watching it, I could see it. So Detling's going to go sit for a rough. And Tyndall's talking to Stripes. So Zivkovic, Kiesel, Klein, and Mrazek are going to come out here to kill this. And I'm off by seconds, so I set the penalty up this way so I stay in sync with the rink. Because the rink's at 3:33 and I'm at 3:32, so that's why it's set up the way it's set up for the power play. So Klein's going to take this draw. Stripe's still talking to him. There it is. Pizza's come out of there with it, and the circle shot doesn't get through. Zivkovic battling, cannot get it out, pushes it to the far point, and Pizza's throw it deeper. Kiesel's going to get there. Kiesel's going to try, but she cannot get a stick on it. She's still battling. Pizza's into the corner. Kiesel battling with two Pizzas now. Kiesel with her arm around. Be careful. You got your arm around, Grace. You can't do that. Kiesel's getting a little rough. Now it's out. Klein battling. Kiesel sends it deep. Where the Pizzas are going to pick it up behind their own goaltender. Kiesel getting a little rough. Zivkovic loses it, leaves it. Mrazek trying to throw it deep. Klein battles it deep. Klein does get it deep. 38 to go in the penalty. 2:42 in the period. They push it up the near wall, the Pizzas do. Cut off by Pilarski. Pilarski skates over into some open space. Taking it deeper. Centers it over to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in front. Hit a skate. We're getting a penalty here. Looks like it's going to be on us. No, it's going to be on them. I thought it was on us. Now it's going to be on them. We're going to get a high stick. So with 16 seconds to go in our penalty, we're going to get a high stick on them. So we'll turn that off. We're going to reset this power play counter. And the Pizzas are going to sit for a high stick with 2:19 to go. Oh, no, wait. That's two. Oh, they got it on the wrong side. They got that on the wrong side. They put that penalty up on the wrong side. They got it on our side. That's not right. That's not right. I don't think this scorekeeper knows what he's doing. That penalty's on the wrong side. Because 77 for our team is Stevens, and she's out with a melon. So they need to move that penalty over to the other side. And I'm not quite sure this guy knows what he's doing. This is his second major flub of the game. And he's sitting there all confused and doesn't know how to fix it. Stripes is like, come on. And Stripes gave up because the guy doesn't know how to fix it. Doesn't know how to run the clock. Now he took it down completely. Now he's got it in the right place. Draws it out to Klein. Klein up to Marshall. Marshall throws it. Goaltender puts it into the corner. They slap it off the side of the net. It's loose in front. They're beating. They're banging. It's still loose. Oh, it's in. Izzy King on a rebound. It's loose on the doorstep. Kinger pokes it in. An even strength 4-on-4 goal. It's 2-0 Steel City. It was loose. They were beating. They were banging. They were whacking. And Kinger finds the back of the net. We've got 5 seconds of 4-on-4 left, and then we're going to get a minute 13 of the power play. So Kinger gets one dirty in front of the net, working hard, chipping, whacking, beating. And now we're going to go on the power play here with 3 seconds to go, and Detling's rough. And Detling comes off, goes to the bench. Clawhardy comes on. So now we're on the power play. This one bounces up. Clawhardy skates up, holds it. Here comes Clawhardy. Clawhardy around one. Clawhardy brains the goalie, and it goes into the far corner. That's the second time she's been brained. Kinger kicks it. It's loose in the far corner under Stripes' legs. They're trying to clear it. They can't. Clawhardy kicks it. Clawhardy holds it. Now Klein over to Pilarski. Pilarski nears it. Out to Marshall. Marshall sends it. It hits King's skates. Goes to the far corner. Klein around back for Kinger. Kinger in front. Pilarski whacking at it. Can't do it. Clawhardy whacked at it. It's loose. Clawhardy gets upended in front of the net. No call. These Stripes are letting anything go today. This is the way the game's going to be played, and now the inept scorekeeper's buzzing the buzzer. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Stevens has her fingers up. I don't know what's going on now. The scorekeeper has everything so confused. The penalties evaporated, which doesn't make sense. We were on the power play. He screwed something up here. This guy has no idea what he's doing running the clock. And Stripes is over there trying to sort it out. We are still on the power play. He took the penalty down. No idea what he's doing. 28 seconds left on the penalty. We need Tana and Jen Shannon running the clock. At least they do better. Minute 22. I'm off a couple seconds. We've got 28 seconds of power play left. Comes into the corner. Now he's not running the clock. He starts it, and now it goes deep into the corner. As Mrazek gets... Oh, we got Detling knocking him down behind the net. And they're going to let that one go, unless they're going to call that one now. We're going to see. Goalie cover? Yeah, goalie cover. They're going to let Detling get away with that one. That's now even. They pulled Clawhardy down and got no call, so Detling retaliated. With a minute 12, we got 18 seconds of power play time left. And now that should be even, so we'll see. This game's going to get out of hand. This one comes over to Salatrick. Salatrick sends it deeper, and now I'm back in sync with the clock. Around behind the net, the Pizzas have it. They send it up the wall to Detling. Detling throws it in front off the goaltender over to the far side. Mrazek. Somebody else fell down behind the net. This one comes loose. That was Detling down behind the net. Every time there's action, it's Detling involved. Kiesel chips it up the wall to Detling. Detling loses it. Now she's going to regain it on this near side. Detling throws it in front of the net, and Mrazek can't get a tip on it. Mrazek picks it up behind the net, 41 seconds to go. Mrazek out to Kiesel. Kiesel throws it deep. Detling down again in front of the net. They've got her number now. We're going to need to keep an eye on her. They're going to send it all the way down, and that's going to get on net. Jamelkowski is going to leave it for Kiesel. Kiesel coming up the far side, knocks it out. They knock it in. It's delayed offsides. They get out. Here comes Zivkovic. Zivkovic over to Salatrick. Salatrick stops, collects, sends it up into the feet. Mrazek picks it up. Mrazek down the near wall. Mrazek throws it over into the far corner with 10-9. They get a change. Klein's on the ice now, and here come the Pizzas up the near wall with 4 to go. Kiesel's going to whack at it, and that'll do it for the period. 2-1. Time's up. Period over. We played 2. It's 2-0 Selects, and I'll be back for period number 3. You are watching Wicked Slapshot Productions. Skate out for period number 3. Klein, Makasenka, Kinger, Marshall, and Desai. Stripes adjusting his elbows. I don't know what they're doing here. They're ready to go. He's making sure the scorekeeper's actually paying attention. This guy's a disaster. They draw it back. Pizza's picking up. Here they come. Marshall steers it to the corner. Shot. Hit the post and went into the back side of the net there on the far corner. Klein loses it. Klein comes out of there with it now. Klein dangerously in front of Jamelkowski. Here she comes up the near side. Klein skating. Klein still skating. Klein still skating in behind. Throws it around to the far corner where Marshall's going to step up. There's nobody covering. King gets up there. Now Klein puts it into the near corner. And they're going to battle there as they send it up the wall. Klein takes a shoulder. They send it out. Marshall steps up. Marshall stops, turns, regroups. Marshall's retreating further. Now she sends it ahead to Desai. Desai can't handle it. Now King picks it up. King chips it ahead, chases. And the Pizzas chip it back. Pilarski off the bench. Pilarski skating through. Pilarski come and lose the puck over to the far corner. Pilarski stops, turns, gets bodied off the puck. Here come the Pizzas. Taylor. Marshall chips it back by everybody, and here come the Pizzas the other way. They skate by Marshall. Shot high over Jamalkowski's right shoulder into the near corner where the Pizzas are going to pick it up, bring it high slot. Pizzas. They leave it to the near point. Claherty very aggressive there, takes it away. She has Taylor ahead of her. Taylor down the far wall. Taylor stops, turns, tries to put it in front for Claherty, can't get it through. Here come the Pizzas around behind their goaltender with 13:25. Taylor pressure back there. They cut it out to the point where Dahl holds. Dahl deeper for Claherty. Claherty battling around the backside. This one's going to go over to the far wall where Schuler's going to dive to hold it. Taylor's going to throw it deeper into the corner. Claherty. Claherty whacks it up the wall. She takes a hit. Taylor leaves it for a Pizza. Pizza up the wall to another one. Here come the Pizzas. They chip it out. Schuler. Schuler on her backhand here. Stops, turns. Throws it past the Pizza up to Taylor. Taylor has Pilarski and Claherty. Sends it ahead to Claherty. Claherty with Dell and Pilarski. Claherty drops it for Pilarski, but waited too long. Pilarski out to Schuler. Schuler throws it in front. Blocked. Taylor can't get a stick on it. Pilarski skates up, chips it deeper. Claherty battling in front of the net. Pilarski sends it up the wall. Schuler battles. Pizzas pick it up, send it into their own player. And now they're going to chip it out. That'll go all the way down. And as it gets to the end, it will be an icing. Come back down this way. So we got 12 minutes and 18 seconds to go before the long ride back on the Ohio Turnpike to the Berg. Early start tomorrow morning for me back to Houston. 3:30 a.m. pickup. Head to the airport for my Monday morning flight. Detling going to take this draw with Mrazek and Taylor. Or is that Herbst? That might be Herbst on the far wing. It is. As Stripes goes down with a player, and we're going to get a whistle here. As Stripes was laying on the ice. The other Stripe blows the whistle to go check on his buddy, make sure he's okay. And they're going to bring it out, which doesn't make sense to me because it was in when he whistled it. It's not our fault. Stripes was laying on the ice. Detling chips it ahead. She's pushing. Pizza send it out. That Pizza trips, so Kiesel's going to go chase it. Kiesel up the near wall. Kiesel still skating. Kiesel still skating. Kiesel still skating. Hits the Uno reverse card. Loses the puck behind the net. Here they come up the near wall. They send it through. Mrazek's the only one back. Mrazek providing great defensive support. Mrazek sends it up, and Herbst was in a battle on the far wall. Mrazek skates up again, and this time Kiesel will chip it out. Mrazek gets it out. Barely. They're battling on the wall. Mrazek with a nice comeback there to catch up. Mrazek and Herbst battling with two Pizzas. That Pizza fell down now. And they're continuing to battle. Mrazek comes out of there with it ahead to Detling. You know Detling. Or no, that's Herbst. You know Herbst and Detling. No, that's Detling. You know Detling's going to battle. Detling sends it across. It hits Desai and bounces back the other way. Detling back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic stops, turns corral, sends it across to Desai. Desai struggles with it, but tips it ahead. Now the Pizzas tip it all the way. No, it doesn't come all the way back. Now it will. And Zivkovic's going to go chase it in the corner. Pizzas are going to come out of there with it. They shoot it off of Jamalkowski. Desai. Desai has room. Desai looks up, hits Makasenka too far, and comes into the zone as Makasenka pushes a player off of her. Now Marshall. They get in behind Detling, and that one goes off the side of the net. Jamalkowski holds the post. Around to Makasenka. Makasenka sends it up and out. Gets through everything. They wave that off on what should have been a tip as Kinger turns on the Jets. Kinger's going to get there. They run into the wall, but not each other, thankfully, as that would have been a terrible collision. And Klein's going to beat and bang. Kinger comes out of there with it, loses the puck. Klein can't hold it. She checks the girl. Desai. Desai puts it deeper to Makasenka. Makasenka lets it go through. No. They're going to battle on the wall. Klein joins the battle. King joins the battle. King comes out of there with it. King shoots. Blocker save near point. Klein chips it lower, takes a body. King's battling with a player. They hit Stripes. That Stripes is a menace over there. He's been knocked down. Now he got hit with the puck. Makasenka battling. Makasenka joins back in again. Kinger over there. Marshall over there. Kinger with a shot to the near point. Desai cheats in and holds it. Makasenka covers her high. Now they try to throw it up the wall. They still can't. This one comes up to Desai. Desai throws it in. Misses everything to the far side. Goes into the corner where Marshall cheats up. Marshall falls down. Marshall battling. Klein and Kinger covering her high. Marshall getting involved in it over there. No calls. They're pushing and banging on the wall over there. They want a piece of Marshall after the last game as Jamalkowski struggled with that rebound. Marshall coming up the near wall now. You know they want a piece of Marshall after that first game. Here they come. Here she's still coming. Marshall gains the blue line, shoots. Goaltender gloves it. Leaves it behind the net. No stoppage. And the scorekeeper, Mr. Inept scorekeeper, is now playing music during the game for some reason. Between not being able to run the board and playing music during the game. These guys are a disaster here in Detroit. And now the Pizzas have it at the red line, and Taylor skates up, picks it up. Taylor back to Dahl. Dahl with 8:30 to go. At this point, we just want to get out of here without a major incident. Push it over to the far corner, and the Pizzas are going to pick it up there. Going to send it up the near wall. Dahl. Dahl's going to throw it in deeper. Clauharty trying to tip it. Can't. She's getting pushed off the puck. This goes all the way down, and that will be on icing. 8:15 to come back down here. So we will go into the far circle for this draw. Clauharty, Pilarski, Taylor, Schuler, and Dahl. And Jeff spoke about that feistiness or nastiness or whatever it is. And quite frankly, we've had a little bit too much of it this game for me. Pilarski will take this draw as she steps in, whacks it up the board. Schuler can't hold it. Dahl skates back. Uno reverses right to a pizza. Here they come up the far wall. They get around Dahl. They're going to chase it. She's going to look for a center. She hits the reverse on Dahl. She comes out front, and Clauharty takes that one away. Clauharty skating out of the zone with it. Has it poked off her stick. Regains. Clauharty again. Still skating with it. Clauharty around back. Tried to hit the reverse. Couldn't. Gets bodied into the wall. Pilarski's trying to get the puck. Can't. Pizza's up the near wall. They chip it by Dahl, and it's going to go all the way down. And if Kiesel doesn't get there, that's going to be on icing. 7:37. Boeing's most popular airplane left in the third period. 2-0 selects. And Stripes stops it with his skates for a draw here in the near corner. So Rebecca watching at home as Marshall gets beat up here. She leveled a girl in the first game. She got the major penalty for it, and they've been out for her since. And now they're coming up the far wall, and she was giving it back to them on the boards. So that just doubled their resolve to have her number. Pizzas chip it deeper, and now here comes Zivkovic. Zivkovic up the near wall. Zivkovic with Mrazek. Zivkovic still skating. Zivkovic bodied off the puck by 3 Pizzas. Here they come back the other way. Kiesel's the only one back. Mrazek or Salchuk hurrying back. They get a shot off. Jamalkowski with that save. Salchuk picks it up behind the net. Salchuk throws it up the wall to Mrazek. Mrazek up. No, she fanned on it, trying to push it across to Detling. This one does get back across, but the Pizza send it in. Kiesel picks it up with 6:50 to go. Kiesel on the near wall. Kiesel getting pushed off the puck, lands on top of that Pizza as she fell and took her legs out. Detling's over here with 3 Pizzas. You know she'll probably come out of there with the puck and a penalty, but she's going to battle anyway. Now she's throwing the elbow. Now she's throwing the elbow to the other one. And lets Mrazek come out of there with the puck. They send it across as Salachuk taking heavy pressure, cannot get it out. And still can't get it out. Now they chip it out. Pizzas pick it up at the red line, chip it back in. Kiesel's going to go work behind the net. Kiesel behind Jamelkowski. Kiesel sends it up the near wall. There's a pizza there. Now there's a pizza low. Zivkovic picks it up. Zivkovic behind. Zivkovic loses it. Klein behind now. Klein gets pulled down, and we're going to go on. The Powerball power play. As they're going to sit a pizza for a trip here. And with 6:08 to go, we're going to go on the Steel City Powerball power play for a minute 30. 6:08, minute 30 power play. I'm going to bring out Klein, King, Marshall, Pilarski, and Clarity. Power play 1. Pilarski will take this draw. Pilarski draws it back to Klein, who holds it, sends it over to Marshall. Marshall cheats in. Marshall throws it on net. Goaltender with the save. They cannot push the rebound in. Pizzas pick it up there. Marshall whacks at it. Kinger holds it. Kinger sends it deeper. Pilarski turned the wrong way. Still battle. Pilarski gets knocked down. Pilarski gets up. She's fine. Centers, comes off a pizza to the near wall. Kinger. Kinger tips it up the wall to Klein. Klein going to go across to Marshall. Marshall with room. Marshall skates in, shoots. Marshall misses everything high to the far side. Klein hits the reverse card down the near wall to Kinger. Kinger skates in. King off the goalie. Clarity centers. Up high for Pilarski. Pilarski shoots. Kinger in front. Kinger whacking. Clarity whacking. Hits the post. Clarity pulled down behind the net. Could have been a call. No. And the Pizzas are going to clear it all the way down. Take the heat out of a hot kitchen. Here comes Marshall. Marshall sends it up to Kinger. Kinger loses it to a pizza. Now Pilarski picks it up. Pilarski kicks it. Gains the blue line. Pilarski through him. Pilarski shoots. Misses everything high to the far near side. Her far, our near. Klein gets pushed off the puck, but pushes that girl down. Marshall with lots of room. Marshall. They're beating and banging in front of the net as Pilarski's beaten with a pizza. Kinger tries to throw it in front. Hits Clarity. Clarity tried to give and go to King. King wasn't there. In around behind the net. Now King has it. King pushes it over for Klein. Klein can't get there. Pizzas are going to pick it up. Marshall's going to pick it back up at neutral. Marshall skates with it. Marshall up the near wall. Stops, turns, throws it in front for Clarity. Can't handle the pass. 4:25 to go. Clarity getting away with stripes. Clarity, that door. Oh no, the door is closed. It just looks funny. Clarity still skating with it. Klein wants it. Klein waited too long. Missed everything to the near side. This one goes over to the far side to the Pizzas. Marshall, they chip it by her. They're going to get the wheels on, and I think it's going to get in too deep to do anything with it as the Pizzas pick it up behind the net. And here comes Pilarski with it. Pilarski all the way across. Too far for Kinger. Pizzas chip it back the other way. Marshall sends it up. And that's going to be an icing. 3:45. We'll come back down here. We'll go to the far circle. 3 minutes, 45 seconds, and it's time to head home. Back to the Bird. Tana's shaking her head in disgust. It's either disgust, tired, angst, all of the above. 3:45, third period. Detling, Salatrick, Mrazek, Zivkovic, and Kiesel. I don't know what Mrazek's doing. She's well above the dot. Now she's in line. Stripes still doesn't like where she is. And this one comes back as Detling battles it. It's loose on the far circle. They throw it in deeper. It gets all the way into Jamelkowski. Zivkovic's going to pick it up. Zivkovic can't do anything with it. Two Pizzas take it from her. At some point, I got to imagine that Pizza goalie's coming out, and this game's going to get even rougher. This one's going to be in the corner. They're going to beat and bang, and the Stripes is telling them to move it. Our girls are trying to hold it, and they whistle it dead with 3:23 in the arena. So we'll do it again. Loose in front, they throw it over to the far corner where Kiesel picks it up. Now Kiesel skating. Kiesel coming through neutral. Kiesel still coming with it. Kiesel over to the near corner here. Now the Pizzas throw it up, and Zivkovic picks it up. Zivkovic stops, turns, throws it across to Kiesel. Kiesel up too far for Detling as they hold Detling's stick. That's going to be an icing. 2:46. And we're going to go into the near corner. Far corner, rather, for this draw. With, looks like Claherty, Taylor, Schuler, Dahl, and Pilarski. As Pilarski's going to step in and take this draw. 2:46 to go, third period. They draw it to the back wall. And it's loose as Schuler pokes at it. Now Dahl's going to poke at it. Dahl collides with a Pizza. They send it in deeper. Claherty beating and banging over there. Claherty banging. Puck in behind now. Around back to Dahl. Dahl looking up with 2:25 to go. Gets it to Taylor. Taylor chips it out. Here comes to Claherty. Claherty and Pilarski. Claherty down the far wall. Claherty chips it by one. Goes to the end wall. Claherty picks it up. They let her go. Claherty not looking for a pass. She drops it now to Dahl. Dahl with space. Dahl skates in. Dahl around the backside. Dahl will come up high to Schuler. No, she's going to lose the puck in the corner. Claherty going to battle with a Pizza. Another Pizza's going to join in. Now Pilarski's going to join in. Claherty gets pulled down, no call. And now the Pizzas are going to be content. That's going to likely get... No, it's going to be an icing. Thought that was going to get on the crease. It didn't. And it is, in fact, icing. So we're going to come back down here for a draw with 1:46 to go. And get this game back underway. Trying to get out of here without an incident. This has been a rough couple of games here in Detroit. As Klein throws it in behind the goal with 1:43 to go. This one, they're going to battle. Makasenka comes across. They battle it up the wall. Klein holds it, sends it deeper. Pizza picks it up there. They send it across. There they come, back through neutral. Desai's going to pick this up, flip it up the wall behind stripes. And this one's going to come across the Pizza with 1:25 to go. They send it into the zone. They dance across. They have room. They shoot. They miss everything to the far side as Desai tipped that. Desai's beaten with a player 3 times her size. They send it up to the point. Makasenka's going to knock it out, and here she comes. Makasenka can't get around one. Pizza's chip it back the other way. Desai's going to send it all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. 1:05 to go. We'll come back down here. We are going to look for this draw to Jamalkowski's left and get this game back underway. Try to get it over with and get out of here. Klein going to take this draw. Klein, they chip it in. It's loose in front, goes all the way over to the far corner. Marshall beating and bagging. Marshall steps into that player, pins her on the wall. Puck loose. Jamalkowski's going to cover that one up with 53 seconds to go. Going to go to the far circle. We're going to get this draw. We cannot get this one over quick enough, quite frankly. Klein going to take this draw. Draws it back behind Jamalkowski. Pizzas get there first. Desai bodies her loose in the near circle. Turn, shot. Jamalkowski. Shot, saved. Loose again, Kinger. Kinger's going to pick it up. Flip it up to Makasenka. Makasenka's going to tip it. That'll negate the icing. It's going to come all the way down with 36 ticks to go. Around behind the Pizzas. Over to the far wall. Klein's going to hold that one. It's loose. Kinger sends it deeper. Pizzas pick it up there as King falls down. This one comes up the wall. Pizza's up the far wall. 24 to go. Pizza's into the center, over to the near wall. Desai should get there first. She does. Up the wall to Makasenka. Pizza send it in deeper behind Jamalkowski with 15 to go. Marshall leaves it from behind for Desai for 11 to go. Makasenka battles on the wall. Pizza's come out of there with it. High slot shot. Jamalkowski knocks that down with 4 to go. Klein's going to take it behind, hold it, and that's the game. We beat the Pizzas 2-0 in game 2. Bring you the handshake. Get over the YouTube delay as always. Thank you for watching Wicked Slapshot Productions, and we'll see you next Friday from the friendly confines of the Barrel Toyota Ice Center when your selects will be taking on the Alaska All-Stars. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you on Friday.